Thank you for joining me today to learn about generating and attaching pick lists in Tobi. Let's begin. You will need to generate a pick list whenever the participant needs to choose a provider. The wraparound facilitator will generate a pick list for each service on the intervention plan. If the participant and their team want to change providers or provider employees at any time, a new pick list needs to be created. The participant always has their choice of certified providers. There are many ways to create a pick list, but the easiest way is off of the participant's main page. So we're going to choose a participant here. At the top command line on the far right, you will see Run Report. There are some screens where you will see the three dots, the ellipsis, so you'll drop down from there and choose Run Report. And from the Run Report menu, you will find the provider pick list. Here you need to enter a little bit of information. The funding source is automatically filled in with CMHW. That will not change, so you don't need to mess with that one. The county is the county in which the participant resides, and then the service that you want the pick list for, and we're going to choose habilitation today. On the right-hand side, you choose View Report. So as you can see, there are not many providers in our training environment, but when there are multiple providers available, the report will print in random order each time the pick list is pulled. The random order is intentional to avoid favoritism of providers at the bottom or top of the list. Each provider will be listed here, and then the provider employees are listed underneath the main provider information. Again, there's not many employees listed here to choose from because we're in our training system. So once you have pulled your pick list, go to the top to the printer and click Print to print it. This pick list then will be taken to the participant and team to review the provider choices. The specialty comment listed right underneath the provider name and address can be used to choose the provider that will best suit the participant's needs. The participant will initial by both the provider name and the particular employee which they choose to receive services. At the bottom of the page, the participant will need to sign their name, and then there is also a spot for the date, and then a printed name of the signer if the signer is not the participant, and then the client name will need to be printed as well. So the site coach looks for this pick list on the participant page, so we will need to attach it there. After you have obtained the necessary signatures, you will need to scan the document to save it to a folder or a place on the network where you can access it to attach. From this screen, I'm going to save this pick list as a PDF. I'll click the little disk here and drop down to a PDF. And that will open download it. So I'll click here to open it. And once I make sure that that is exactly what I want, I can click on the far right corner here to download. And I'm going to save this in my file. I'm going to make sure to give this a specific name that I will be able to identify when I go in to choose it. Let's see. We're going to do Patterson. And we'll save that. So we will then click to close both of the pick list windows and return back to the client page. We're going to attach the pick list here under the Notes section. So the Notes tab is, if you go across the tab menu to the right, you will find the Notes tab. The Notes screen, when you click it, is going to default to adding a new note and be ready to start. So next to the pencil, where it says enter a note, you're going to enter the description of your attachment. So this is the provider pick list. And then down below, we will choose, click the paper clip so we can add our attachment. So I put all of my attachments here in the same folder. So I'll just click this one that I identified. And then choose Add Note. Once we click Add Note, you will be taken back to the main notes schedule or notes screen, and you will see your note there with the attachment ready to be viewed. So remember that each time a provider is needed, pick list should be generated at that time. You should not save a PDF and use the same pick list multiple times. Providers and provider employees are always changing, so generating a pick list when you need it will ensure the most current listing of available options for your participants. Providers can be decertified or go out of business, and employees can quit or change positions. So make sure that your individuals have the most accurate options by pulling your pick list each time you need it.